The latest, Turkish minister shrugs off sanctions for pastor Washington, AP, the latest on an American pastor detained in Turkey, all times local, 5:05 p.m. Ad choice advertising and red invented by Teeds. Turkey's justice minister has shrugged off a U.S. decision to impose sanctions against him and another Turkish government minister, saying he doesn't have a penny to his name anywhere outside Turkey. The U.S. announced sanctions against Justice Minister Abdülhamit Gül and Interior Minister Süleyman Soylu over the detention of American pastor Andrew Craig Brunson, who is being tried on espionage and terror-related charges. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders says the minister's agencies were responsible for the pastor's arrest and detention. Advertisement. Gül took to Twitter on Wednesday to say that he had no assets outside Turkey and that he dreamt of owning a small olive grove in his Turkish hometown. Meanwhile, Turkish Foreign Minister Mevlut Cavusoglu tweeted, "The U.S. attempt to impose sanctions will not remain without an answer, ___4:40 p.m. Turkey is calling on the United States to reverse its decision to sanction two Turkish government ministers over a detained American pastor and is threatening to retaliate without delay," a foreign ministry statement issued Wednesday said. Turkey strongly protests the U.S. Treasury's decision to impose sanctions against Turkey's justice and interior ministers. It said Turkey would respond in kind without delay, against what it described as an aggressive stance by the United States. President Donald Trump had warned last week that he might impose sanctions against Turkey for its treatment of Andrew Craig Brunson, who is under arrest in Turkey and accused of espionage and aiding terror groups. The ministry called the sanctions a disrespectful intervention in our legal system that would harm the constructive efforts toward resolving problems between the two countries, ___1:50 p.m. The White House is announcing that the Treasury Department is imposing sanctions on two Turkish officials over a detained American pastor who is being tried on espionage and terror-related charges. Advertisement. White House spokeswoman Sarah Huckabee Sanders says the Trump administration will sanction Turkey's Minister of Justice and Minister of Interior over the holding of 50-year-old Andrew Craig Brunson. The administration says Turkey's Minister of Justice Abdülhamit Gül and Minister of Interior Süleyman Soylu both played leading roles in the organizations responsible for Brunson's arrest and detention. Brunson, an evangelical pastor, was arrested in December 2016 and jailed. He was recently released to home detention. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, Erdoğan, has said his government won't back down and may go its own way if the U.S. imposes sanctions. By Taboola sponsored links promoted links. You may like Ayana Komodo Resort, only 1-hour flight from Bali. Discover the spectacular Labuan Bajo Ayana Komodo Resort. Undoshable theft-proof travel suitcases to keep your luggage safe. Undove Straits Times 1 MDB can be discussed in Malaysia's parliament but not charges against XPM Najib. Straits Times. Unda Vikings. Free online game. Play this for 1 minute and see why everyone is addicted. Vikings. Free online game. Unda Babel. This app will have you speaking a new language in 3 weeks. Babelindo Throne. Free online game. If you're over 25 and own a computer, this free game is a must-have. Throne. Free online game. Undo.